Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to paint this mountain scene in winter on a 9x12 canvas. I've got the following colors and a number 30 filbert brush. I've got a bit of black, titanium white, and cobalt blue. So I'm going to take a little bit of that blue and black to start. I'm just going to blend it all around the canvas. Let's take a little bit more. Okay, then I'm going to take more of my white with the blue. And I'll start filling in the rest. Okay, and I'm going to take some white without washing my brush off. Wiggle and push like that. And I'm going to start creating just a zigzag to start from the top here. And then sweep. I'll have a little bit coming down on this side, so we'll take a little bit more white. And then I'm going to pull, pull, pull. And then go across to give it a blurry reflection. Okay, then I'm going to go back with a number 4 flat brush. Take that cobalt blue and right on this other side, get as close as I can to the white and pull towards the left for the shadow side. Well, we can't see too much on this other mountain, but we can definitely see it on this side. And we can pull over top of this one a little bit. And I'm going to add some here in the water. Take a little bit more white, and from this side now I'm going to add a little bit more of the snow. Let's just bring this one up a little bit higher. Balance it out on this side. A little bit of blue. Now back over to that 30 filbert brush. I'm going to soften, sweep and soften, just pulling partially, making it just disappear. This is going to kind of put it in the distance. I'll add a little bit more white. And I'm going to take some blue and I'm going to tap. There's some trees here at the base of the mountain. Then with the white, wiggle to load it up. And just tapping like this, really just on its side. You can just get that and then you can layer it too. Then with a little bit more white, we can tap. And pull a little thin layer like that, and then those taps that we did the second layer look like it's a reflection in the water. And then we can go up this way too. Give them a little bit of height. And then whatever we add, can just pull down to the foreground and then sweep across. And I want to bring in a taller tree here, and I'm going to add a little bit more blue to my palette. Now I'm going to use my number 16 filbert. I've got some cobalt blue with some sap green. Okay, so I'll go right in here. And as I do this, I'm going to bring it down into the water, and when it reflects in the water, it's the opposite, right? I'll worry about that reflection after, but I'm going to load my brush. Start tapping for these big branches. So those trees were too big to be in the distance. So we've got to have it somewhere here closer to us. We'll do a reflection. Something like that. And take a little bit of white with that green and blue. And I'm just going to add a bit of those colors back here as well. A little bit of white. I'm going to add some snow. I'm just going to bring the sweep and angle of this mountain down a little bit. You can also tap in like this. We just want it to be a little bit blurrier, right? This one's going to be standing out the most. And take a little bit more white. And just sort of skim across there. And then we can bring it out a little bit further here. I'm going to take another filbert brush. This one's a number 12. Load my brush up here with a little bit of the blue, the green, and the white. And I'll start adding a little bit. Little taps towards the top there. And I'm going to start turning my brush as I tap. With a little bit of white here. Got a hint of that blue and green in my brush. Maybe I'll put one more tree right in here. I'll take that blue and green again. And maybe we'll just have this one standing straight up and down. I'm going to go back over to my smaller filbert brush so I have a little bit more control here because it's a smaller tree. And I'll take that white, really load up the end of it. Just gonna apply a little bit more white there on the top of that mountain. Add some snow. I'm going to use a toothbrush, dunk it in some water, and I'm going to take some white. Make sure I've got white on the bottom of it. Turn it over and spray. Now, any little areas like this where the spray was a little bit long and not snow-like looking, I'm just gonna pull and drag it across the water, and that'll give it more of a reflective look and change it. And I'm just gonna dab my finger in the white. I think I'll add a little moon right here. Just with my filbert brush, just soften the outside and create a little hazy ring around. So for this cabin, the color I'm going to add is burnt sienna and black. I'm going to use my small little flat brush, that's a number 4. And I'm going to take that brown burnt sienna. You can use any brown that you want. This is just my favorite. And I'm going to add just a little rectangle here. And then I'm going to flick that down below for reflection in the water. Then I'm going to take black and I'm going to go right on the top. Add a few little lines. And then we're going to add a roof, and it's diagonal lines we're going to add. We're going to bring it up slightly and take more of the brown. Add a line that goes slightly on an angle like that. A little square. Take some black, and then we'll add shadow here for the roof line. Chimney, of course. I'll take just a little bit more brown here for my reflection. I'm going to use a little liner brush. I'm going to go right into my white. And I'm going to go right off the top, wiggle and squiggle. And then with my finger, then I'm going to add a little window here, here, for the door. Reflection in the water. Window here, here, and then in the water. Let's add a little bit of a highlight here. A little bit of black, outline the door and the windows. A few little taps and dabs along the edge. Now with a little bit of my neon yellow warm, I'm going to add some warmth to the lights here. We could pull some lines across carefully too. It would work better once it's dry. And what we can also do is add just a little bit of snow. I'm just adding a tiny bit of white here. Use white and blue if you want. You can make the snow on your roof whatever color you want, as bright as you want. And it's optional, you don't have to add snow if you don't want to. I'm going to add a little bit of snow here. I think I'm going to make my roof a little bit darker. I think I preferred it a little bit on the darker side. Okay, I'm going to just add a light in here again. A little bit of it reflecting the outside here. Okay, I'm going to call this one all done. This was really fun to paint, share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it and you paint along. I'll see you all soon in another video. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.